Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Happy Sunday. Today is on Core Market. I bring you news update. Federal government finally decides a date for the hearing of Onyendo's appeal against his continued detention in DSS hell. That's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The federal government, through their Supreme Court being controlled by the federal government, fixed a date for the hearing of Onyendo's appeal challenges his illegal detention by the DSS agent of Nigerian government. Now, Thursday, being October 5th, have been set aside for this hearing. Yes, on two separate appeals filed by the detained leader of the IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Onyendo. Now, the appeal to hear on Thursday are marked SC/CR/1394/2022 Nnamdi Kanu versus Federal Republic of Nigeria and SC/CR/1391/2023 Federal Republic of Nigeria versus Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the lead counsel, talking about Mike Ożekome, confirmed the hearing date to newsmen on Saturday. Yes, Mike Ożekome will lead others, that's the legal team, to this Supreme Court. Yes, of course, it was reported that the Court of Appeal had in October 2022 discharged Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the 15-count charge against him. That's what happened last year, 2022, to be precise, October 13th. Yes, the appellate court subsequently barred any further arrest, detention and trial of Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the existing charge before his forceful extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria by the agents of the federal government. Yes. Now, of course, that happened on the 27th of June, 2021, talking about the extraordinary rendition, the brutal rendition. Yes. Now, the federal government has appealed that judgment at the Supreme Court, and they subsequently got another panel of the Court of Appeal during that time to stay the judgment of the appellate court. Yeah, they got this, backyard stay of execution, or black market stay of execution, if you like. They obtained it to stay the execution of the court judgment delivered by the appeal court. They transferred those panel that discharged and acquitted Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They transferred them to various appeal court branches across Nigeria. They appointed new persons, new panel, and the panel, they got this black market stay of execution from this panel, and that is where we are up until this moment. They even approached Supreme Court, but they have been for dragging. They have been buying time, delay tactics. Okay, now the legal team, of course, have confirmed it, like I've said, and they said the date is sacrosanct. Yes. So what are we not talking about? The legal team, of course, some time ago indicated that they will challenge the federal government's reluctance, inability to fast-track the judgment at the Supreme Court. And they said, let me quote part of the statement that time, quote, "There is a positive indication that in the coming days, a confirmation otherwise of the proposed new date will be made public upon our lead counsel's feedback. Our request is simple. Let this appeal be heard with every urgency it deserves so that the fate of Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been illegally held in solitary confinement of SSS, will be determined, having been discharged of all the frivolous criminal charge against him since the 13th day of October 2022. The federal government of Nigeria has continued to detain him in custody in clear violation of his subsisting judgment and orders of the Court of Appeal that directed for his unconditional release and consequently prohibited his further trial before any court in Nigeria or detention in any custody." End of quote. Now, this is what they said, and that has happened. A date has been fixed. And so what we are saying is this. We know that the federal government of Nigeria that controls the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court should not do anything that will throw Nigeria into anarchy and chaos. The appellate court, that's the appeal court, Abuja Division, have stated it clearly. They were in line with the United Nations Working Group on Human Rights and Arbitrary Detention. Yes, and so they have said it categorically that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no offense. He committed no crime. And it is the federal government and that of Kenyan government, the federal government of Nigeria and Kenyan government that committed sacrilege. Yes, and they should compensate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, talking about the federal government of Nigeria, adequately. They were in consonance with the United Nations, talking about the appeal court, Abuja Division, adequately, and apologize to him on the national dailies. That was the judgment of the appellate court. Said, you have no right to try him any longer. Nobody has right to try him or hold him in any custody. No court can try him any longer. So the Supreme Court should toe the same line. Yes, they should toe the same line, because that is justice. That is justice. The panel, they are not fools. They are human beings. They know what they are doing. So let the Supreme Court not destroy what the appeal court have made to be good. From all indications, that judgment, if you saw the joy it generated in the Biafran land, the entire Southeast, in the hearts over 70 million Igbos scattered across the world, the joy it assumes, it excites people everywhere, even those who are not Igbos, those who love justice, those who love equity and fairness to all. They were actually relieved, and they felt good that after all justice has been done. So the Supreme Court should not take us back. Yes. So they should understand that in the Southeast, that people are believing that the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the unconditional release, we say, will bring succor, respite to the people of the zone in many ways. Yes, that is what we're expecting them to understand in this judgment or in this hearing. So this is not an issue of, and they will start, making frivolous adjournments. No, we will not entertain this kind of frivolous adjournments. Adjournment upon adjournment, no. Justice delayed is justice denied. Simple. So they should hasten up, fast track it, and put this matter expeditiously. That is what we're saying.